You leave the party smiling, then collapse at home wondering if something's wrong with you. You had fun. So why does it feel like you ran a marathon? Here's what's happening. Enjoyment and energy drain are separate systems in your brain. You're not broken or secretly antisocial. You're running a high-cost processor. This matters because we've been sold a lie that if you enjoy something, it should energize you. So when you come home from a great dinner and need 3 hours alone, you wonder if you're defective. Wrong. The exhaustion isn't a sign you weren't having fun. It's a sign that fun costs something. Once you understand what it costs and why, you can stop feeling guilty and start managing it. Here's what's happening. Social interaction requires cognitive load, the processing power needed to track conversations, read expressions, manage your responses, and navigate social rules. This load doesn't care if you're enjoying yourself. A workout you love still burns calories. A movie that thrills you still costs attention. Your brain runs the same processing whether you're at a party you hate or a gathering you love. The only difference is emotional return, not energy expenditure. Enjoyment is the experience, exhaustion is the cost. They're parallel tracks, not opposites. You might notice you need a buffer zone after social events, time alone before interacting with anyone else. Your brain's social processing system doesn't have an off switch. Dr. Brian Little's research on restorative niches shows that people who understand their recovery needs perform better socially long-term. What this gives you: when you honor the buffer, you protect your capacity for the next interaction instead of crashing into it depleted. You might notice group settings drain you more than one-on-one conversations. A 2019 Princeton study found that tracking multiple speakers creates exponentially higher cognitive load. Your brain works harder when it can't predict who will speak next. What this gives you: you can stop feeling guilty about preferring smaller gatherings. You're not antisocial. You're efficiently allocating limited processing power to conversations that matter. You might notice you enjoy people more when you've had alone time first. Roy Baumeister calls this ego depletion, the drain on self-regulation resources. If you arrive at a social event already depleted, you have less capacity to enjoy it. What this gives you: strategic scheduling. Knowing your pre-event state matters as much as the event itself lets you engineer better conditions instead of blaming the situation. You might notice small talk exhausts you faster than deep conversation. Dr. Matthias Mehl's research found that substantive conversations correlate with greater well-being than surface chat. The depth isn't draining, the shallowness is. What this gives you: permission to steer conversations towards substance. You're not being awkward by skipping weather talk. You're investing energy where it actually pays dividends. You might notice you delay accepting invitations even when you want to go. A 2018 study in the Journal of Personality found that people who accurately predict their energy needs report higher life satisfaction. What this gives you: the ability to commit fully when you do say yes instead of showing up depleted and half-present. You might notice people think you didn't enjoy yourself because you left early. Here's the misconception. They assume energy and enjoyment should match. They don't. You can peak in enjoyment while bottoming out in energy. What this gives you: language to explain it. I had a great time and I'm at my limit isn't contradictory. Teaching others this distinction protects both relationships and boundaries. You might notice you're selective about who gets your social energy. This isn't coldness, it's resource allocation. Some people cost more because the interaction demands more processing. What this gives you: clarity about which relationships are sustainable and which need restructuring. You're not playing favorites. You're being realistic about capacity and protecting your ability to show up fully. Now here's where this can work against you. First, if you only protect your energy, you never expand it. Treating every social event as a threat keeps your battery small. Social stamina works like muscle. It grows from progressive overload. Second, over-monitoring energy levels can become hypervigilance. You spend so much time checking the gauge that you never fully engage. Third, people who don't understand will interpret your early exits as rejection. Unless you communicate clearly, your boundaries look like inconsistency. The goal isn't to eliminate this pattern. It's to use it consciously. Protect when needed. Challenge when possible. Communicate always. Here's how to work with this. Strategy 1. Run a pre-event audit. Before saying yes, ask 3 questions. What's my current energy? What will this cost? When can I recover? If you can't answer all 3, you don't have enough information to commit. Strategy 2. Build micro-recoveries into events. Step outside for 5 minutes. Find a quiet corner. Small resets extend your runway. Strategy 3. Communicate your timeline up front. Say, I'm excited to come and I'll probably head out around 9. This manages expectations and removes exit guilt. You're not sneaking away. You're honoring an agreement. This isn't about changing who you are. It's about making your wiring work for you. So here's the fix. Stop treating exhaustion as evidence something's wrong. Enjoyment and energy cost are separate systems. You can love every minute and still need recovery. That's not a flaw, that's operating instructions. We help you understand your mind well enough to work with it, not fight it. Subscribe for more. And tell me in the comments, what's your go-to recovery ritual after social events?